Hokey cokey. So we like HBO. Game of Thrones starts this Sunday. Live reviews coming from me and Maddie after each episode every Sunday night. HBO are also delivering a new series on a very dark subject. If I was to say the name Chernobyl to you, what does that how does that resonate?
Terrible nuclear accident.
Yeah, disaster that I think we'll never fully comprehend just how damaging to the entire environment this was. You know,
well, and I mean, people still today and for generations on, cancer. I mean, there's
cancer, absolutely. But there's some sort of it's curious how nature survives or doesn't survive these things. Because, you know, I mean, such large deposits of radioactive waste landed in Humberside and the northeastern regions of the UK and Scotland, to the point that sheep and cattle were something like 25 times.
Absolutely, meat from that area.
Yeah. So you can't imagine that. You wouldn't imagine that just lasted for just a very neat amount of time. So there's that. But then, interestingly, someone recently there was an article in one of the papers. Someone went into Chernobyl now. And discovered the ways in which wildlife have sort of colonised the area. So it's like it doesn't just kill out life. So, you know, a nuclear disaster isn't necessarily the end of things, but it's certainly not the beginning of good things. So HBO have got a new series about the Chernobyl disaster, and I think potentially about the potential cover-up and all that kind of stuff around it. You like that guy, Stick Thingy, whatever his name was.
All of the good we did. It doesn't matter.
Sorry.
What does matter is that to them, justice was done. See, a just world is a sane world. There was nothing sane about Chernobyl.
I'm pleased to report that the situation in Chernobyl is stable. In terms of radiation, I'm told it's the equivalent of a chest X-ray.
Chest X-ray.
Chernobyl is on fire.
Oh, it's
And every atom of uranium is like a bullet, penetrating everything in its path. Metal, concrete, flesh. Now Chernobyl holds over 3 trillion of these bullets. Some of them will not stop firing for 50,000 years.
No!
Tell me how to put it out.
You are dealing with something that has never occurred on this planet before.
Cut the phone lines. Contain the spread of misinformation.
What will happen to our boys?
The pain is unimaginable.
Oh my God, it's in!
In 3 days to 3 weeks, you're dead.
You can see him, and you can't touch him. Do you understand?
What happened on the night of the accident?
Asking the right question will get you the truth. There's no truth. What happened then?
Jesse Buckley.
Oh my
What happened
God.
after? All of it. All of it. Madness.
Oh my God, Mark. I actually don't want the kids to see that. Oh my God.
That's one of the most chilling trailers I think I've ever seen.
For 50 years.
50,000 years, 1 trillion bullets.
And we wonder why we now have 1 in 2 people having cancer.
I mean,
that will have spread across the whole world.
presumably that has spread across the world.
whole.
Of course it has.
Why we have 1 in 2 people now having cancer.
And the worry is this is one
God.
disaster. Don't forget there was the Japanese one, and then there was the one in Kent. There was one in Kent that has been covered up. Promise you, there has
And we're
been.
worrying about trans fats and corn oil and eating too much sugar.
That looks
And that,
absolutely phenomenal.
We've not got a chance, have we?
Absolutely phenomenal. I just want to quickly
So
pull
the
up
most major hush-up thing ever. I mean, we haven't heard anything about it for years, have we?
Well, no, and this is the
Every
amazing.
so often a story will pop up about the cancer rates and stuff, but
Chernobyl happened in 1986, and so we're 35 years away from it.
1986.
1986. Yeah,
So
so
I was
14
about
plus, yeah,
20
33.
something.
But you feel like it shouldn't still be being covered up because it's still be doing its damage.
I remember my mum just thinking, well, we couldn't have any lamb for ages from Scotland
That's right,
or
yeah.
Welsh
No, that's
lamb.
right.
And my mum was really, really strict about it. And then that all just disappeared. But all that will still be infected,
Yeah.
won't it?
Yeah, well, I mean, I just don't see how it will ever, if it's going to like hang around for 50,000 years.
50,000
How do you,
years.
and also it's airborne. How do you just contain it to Chernobyl?
Each atom, what did he say? Each
It
atom
was
is
like
a bullet.
There are 50 trillion for 50,000 years. Now, the cast, remarkable. Stellan Skarsgård, who I adore. He is one of our brilliant actors. Do you remember in that wonderful series?
What? No, I don't know.
Stellan
What you're talking about.
Skarsgård. He was in that series where the cop died, but he kept seeing her ghost.
I didn't see that.
You did. You loved it. It was the woman from the Scottish thing, and we were following it. And she kept coming back to him, and as he was trying to solve her murder, she kept coming back to him. The woman with the big eyes from the Yorkshire series. This guy.
Oh, yes. The girl that was from... Do you do this,
my
guys?
God.
Do you constantly try?
Anyway,
Yes.
Stellan Skarsgård is brilliant.
Yes.
But it's interesting that Stellan Skarsgård
I've
is
got it, I've got it now, got it, yeah.
is reunited with Emily Watson. They were both in Breaking the Waves, that really traumatic Lars von Trier film. So Emily Watson, Jessie Buckley's in there, who we're about to see in Wild Rose this Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
A former, not even winner of a musical contest with Graham Norton on BBC. She's doing bloody well for herself.
Which one?
Jessie Buckley. She was on I Do
Oh,
Anything.
yeah.
She came second or third, and she is carving out a real career for
Wow,
herself as a
good for
success.
her,
Good for her.
good for her.
And Barry Keoghan, who is Maddie and Kiki's favourite actor. He's in.
Yes,
he's in
yes,
American.
I know very well. Barry
American
Keoghan.
Animals. American
Ooh,
Animals.
there we go. Now
American
I know exactly
Animals.
who's talking about.
The heist film.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah, the boy, the silent boy, the
If you
really
haven't
intense.
seen that film, watch that. It's on
So
Netflix,
a
so
remarkable cast. HBO. Now, dilemma. It looks brilliant, but how the hell do you get
Billy
your kids to watch it?
Postlethwaite. Is that what's
Must
his
be.
name? Postlethwaite's son.
How do you get the kids to
Pete.
watch that?
I don't want the kids to watch that because it gives you listen. At the moment, it's a really fine line with kids because kids are more politicised at this time than they would have been like 10 years ago. You know, our kids are already feeling a real sense of hopelessness with the state of the planet and the state of
So this
the
could
world.
just tip them over the edge.
This, and they really are. It's not a joke. They really are feeling hopeless. They're saying things like, "What's the point of us having children?" I think that's just a bit too much. And no, I really don't want. Let's not talk about it in front of.
Are we going to watch it?
We are, but we're not going to tell them.
And Jared Harris is playing the main scientist, Richard Harris's son, who your dad
he's
used to work
good,
with. He's great.
yeah.
He's in the Sherlock Holmes films.
Yeah.
Oh my
yes,
God!
Yes, he's
yeah.
such a good actor.
Well, I know Nanny Dye's going to watch
Is he the really nasty one that poisons the woman? Yeah, he's so good.
That's right. I tell you what, it reminded me of. Wasn't your dad in a series in the 70s where a nuclear disaster happens and they're all stuck in the wilderness? Do you remember there was a series that really haunted me?
Yes, The Survivors.
The Survivors. Was he in that?
Yes, he was.
And it was like it was in the valley of the countryside.
Yeah, it was.
That frightened the
But
hell out of
it
me.
really unsettled me. That,
Yes.
and that's why it's the similar thing with the girls.
No,
and
you're right.
Especially Matt Kiki at her age.
Because this is real life horror.
Yeah, we can't say this is just made up. This is
know.
real shit, and it's killing us. I feel quite depressed.
Sorry about that.